North Korea has fired 2 ballistic missiles that flew hundreds of kilometres to land in the Sea of Japan. The Prime Minister called them a threat to peace and a violation of UN resolutions. The launches are Pyongyang's first ballistic missile test since President Biden took office in January. Professor Robert Kelly is a North Korea expert at Busan National University in South Korea, and we asked him how much of a threat these missiles are.
The North Koreans have had a pretty significant missile capacity now for at least a decade, and the ability to strike the United States, right, to send them very, very far for at least 4 years. So I'm not really sure that this actually adds anything dramatic that we haven't seen. I don't think it indicates, for example, the North Koreans are more willing to use them, for example. My own read of this is that it's probably sort of a test or sort of an effort to kind of provoke the Biden administration in its early days to tell them, you know, we're here, you can't push us around, pay attention to us, that sort of thing. I think the Biden people actually would be quite wise not to say a whole lot. I mean, this is how they responded to the shorter range tests just a few days ago. And the reason I suggest that is not because North Korea is not a threat. It obviously is. The Japanese are right in their response. It's just that the Biden people and the South Koreans and the Japanese, too, I mean, we just don't have a lot of good options, right? And we can't strike the sites, obviously. We're not going to risk a conflict with North Korea. They've got nuclear weapons. North Korea is already under sanctions. We can't, I mean, I suppose we could just slap more on them, but that's, you know, we've already gone down that route pretty far. So the Biden administration's options are pretty limited, and I think this is why the Biden people have been fairly quiet about it, right? I think they don't want this to be sort of ginned up or sort of read into a test of its resolve or its willingness to sort of be tough, because the options are just so poor.